Today, I'm going to show you one of the coolest RuneScape projects, I think, ever. It's literally the closest we'll ever get to a RuneScape time machine, I think. So if you're anything like me, you played RuneScape as a kid and are still horribly addicted in your 20s. You've probably looked up so many videos from the early 2000s trying to relive that nostalgia from when you were younger. Or hey, maybe I'm crazy and you're a 45-year-old who's successful and has never done any of this and plays old school. My point is, if you have nostalgia for RuneScape, it's impossible to truly relive it. I'm sorry to just kind of drop that emotional brick on you, but hopefully this next part might help, mainly if you played RuneScape Classic. RuneScape Classic was shut down permanently on August 6, 2018. Little subtle flex, I was actually interviewed for a Polygon article about it. Anyway, the game had a lot of unfixable problems, something which I might save for a future video if you're interested. It makes sense. It's the first true version of RuneScape released in 2001. Long story short, it was easier to shut down the game that had less than 300 active players, most of which were bots, than to dig up long outdated dev tools and devote likely hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars to fixing it. Not to mention, I don't think anyone at the company was still working there from when Classic was around, so no one would even know how to use the tools. Let's go back in time by about 4 years. Classic had been reopened to the public, but even with the nostalgia goggles on, the game was actually really rough to play. Like, if you're thinking old school and fixed mode is tiny, you should see Classic. So a fan decided to make their own custom RuneScape Classic client. It'd seen the success of OS Buddy with old school RuneScape and gave it a shot. From there, RSC Plus was born. It was a massive quality of life update that came with resizable mode and super far render distance. The project grew and gained a small development team devoted to it. Then Jagex said, the game's closing, bye bye. The RSC Plus team spent the next few weeks developing what they call RSC Plus replays. They use a lot of big words to explain it, so I'm just gonna put it into simple terms. You can record the game, and rather than it just being a video you watch, you can interact with the game world. For example, when you open a replay, you can't move the character, but you can control the camera, click on things, examine objects, and even right-click players to see their names. You can flip through their inventory, spells, prayer, basically everything. It's like you're in the game, you just don't control the character. They got quite a library of recordings going too before Classic shut down, including ones from the day Classic closed. And we're gonna go back in time and watch a couple. I guess I'm gonna just look at the queue first because I have no clue what this is actually a clip of. I'm gonna resize this thing because I can't see what's going on. This is really cool. These guys are actually PvPing with like what was expensive gear at the time. Well, except for this guy. This guy's a poser. He's not even wearing rune plate legs. What I also think is kind of funny is you could report people. So I'm gonna report whoever loses the fight, guys. Can you report yourself? No, I'm an idiot. You can't report yourself. Okay, I'm gonna report him. So, you gotta, wait, it actually goes to the next screen too. I was gonna say, you gotta, if this video gets to 5,000 likes, I'll go through and report everyone on the RuneScape Classic replays. This one just said FK, so we're gonna go with seriously offensive language. And my job here is done. In the Tourist Trap quest, I guess if you're a female, you can only get the robe bottom instead of the robe bottom on the top. Yeah, we can look and see in the inventory, they only get the bottom. So I guess that means this glitch has been in RuneScape for what, like 20 years now? Okay, so I'm clicking around the inventory and they have a dragon sword. Honestly, I don't even think that's a thing in Classic, is it? Alright, I'm dumb. I just checked the wiki. It's apparently what they used to call a dragon longsword. Bronze bars, all lowercase, but metal keys capitalized. A free shanty discount. I guess that's a shanty pass. That's so weird. Okay, so here's someone's final stats as the game's going down. You can actually scroll through all of these. Something I just found out is if someone's in their bank, you can just close it on them. I don't think this really benefits anyone besides making me laugh thinking that I'm somehow going back in time and closing this man's bank. So all these clips are from the same guy. Oh, okay. We're gonna pause this. We can actually go through this guy's bank. We can change pages and everything. Skulls are cool. That's lowercase again. That's what that's what shears used to look like. They look like those big bush trimmers that gardeners use. Law Rune has a dash in the middle because why not? Chocolate dust. Burnt fish. Jesus, yeah, that's a burnt fish. Wow, this is actually really nostalgic. I didn't play Classic when it originally opened, but I played when it reopened in like 2011 or something. Ranging potion. Why is ranging lowercase? What is with all this? Standing in Xanaris? Oh my god. Okay, so this is what Xanaris looked like. That's the Xanaris wheat field. Why does it look like this? Okay, so this is supposed to be a magic fairy city, and it just looks like a normal world. These are fairy shopkeepers. I think they're just smaller humans. Or maybe it's just the angle. I think they're just humans. Now, oh my god. This guy is a bank, dude. Look at those rune stacks. Like for Classic, that's really impressive. Magic the magic longbow just looks like a normal bow. Cape of Legends, it's just a white cape. Gas mask looks like a paper bag, except it got crumpled. Oh my god, he has a Santa's hat. That's actually really rare on Classic, because I think the only way you had rares is if you originally played Classic, but I could be wrong on that. Here's someone actually going through the process of unnoting items. Classic didn't have banknotes, but they had these things called certificates, and you could bank your certificates, but you couldn't turn them back into normal items without going to a separate NPC. Oh, okay, this is the next clip. I think this is, oh yeah, this is the last day that Classic was open. Right now, we're logged into RuneScape Classic from 2018. Let's see here. Waiting patiently. Jesus, the flashing text on Classic sucked. That looks like it. Oof, that gives me a headache. Oh yeah, you can see the system update in the bottom left. There's 2 minutes left till the game closes. Oh my god, this guy has a Halloween mask. And oh my god, okay, so he has a green party hat, a Santa hat, and a Halloween mask. That's so cool. Wow, and there's a clip of someone trying to log in after Classic was already closed. And I guess just like that, Jagex had turned the servers off.